Now you might remember a few months ago I did a video where I laid on display all of my photography gear in front of my mother-in-law, Amanda's mum, and let's just say that there was a bit of judgment, I felt, about the cost of my gear, which I use for my living and to make the best quality images I could possibly make. So I thought what I would do today is do the same thing with Roy and hopefully get a better response, because I think you understand the importance of having good quality gear, don't you, Roy?
Oh, aye, yes, I do indeed.
Yeah, so no judgment then, right?
No. You've got more than this though, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, this is just...
This is the kit you brought with you.
Yeah.
But it looks very impressive then, Gavin.
Yeah, so this is just like a small sample of the total gear that I use, because, you know, I don't want to bring everything when I'm flying. What I'm trying to do here is just fit all of my essentials into a bag that fits into my carry-on, because you don't want to check your bag, right, as a landscape photographer.
Where does all this lot go? On the plane?
In the overhead.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Crikey, what's this lot worth then, Gav?
Well, we'll get into that.
Right.
And again,
yeah.
no judgment, all right?
No, yeah.
What should we start with, Roy?
Well, crikey. I mean, let's have a look at this camera.
Right, so, well, maybe we'll get to the camera later. That's
okay, right.
So let's start with some of the smaller stuff.
Well, let's have a look at lenses then, shall we?
Right.
What's this one?
So this one is my Hasselblad 55mm. This is the XCD55, and I have to say this is probably my favourite lens out of all of the equipment that I've got. This is my favourite lens. It's a prime lens. It just doesn't do much. It's got a one-purpose task, but it does it brilliantly. So, what do you think that costs there?
Hasselblad. Whoa. We're talking expense here, aren't we?
It's not cheap.
And it's a prime lens, so it doesn't have all the glass in it that a zoom lens would have.
No.
£300? We'll say double that then, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, so this was made after the Second World War.
I'm sure it would be. You know that Hasselblad have got a camera on the moon still, who went up on first moon landing and they left it there. Hasselblad. That's fame for, ain't it? So yeah, I suppose it was quite expensive, was that? And how long have you had that one?
About a year.
750 then.
I've got some notes here. This is currently priced in pounds sterling, because we're in the UK right now. We're in Scotland. This is £3,559 for this little lens.
You're joking.
No.
For that one? And it's a prime lens?
Yeah.
My godfathers. Mind, you need some good stuff, don't you, for what you're doing? And let's face it, you do some really nice photographs.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
Because you were complaining about my compositions the other day. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, one or two tips I could give you, but that apart, yeah. I mean, but even so, God, it's a lot of money, is that, isn't it? So there we are. You
know, if you want the best, Roy, you got to pay for it. Not sure how the rest of this is going to go.
So is that a zoom then? So it'll have a lot more glass in it.
No, this one is the Hasselblad XCD135mm, but it looks a bit longer because it's got the extender. This is the.
So that's a prime as well, is it?
Yeah, this is a prime lens, but this just gives you a little bit extra reach. So you don't. That's optional, right? But
you have to pay separate for that.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not free. And it's not cheap either, just for that extender. But forget the extender. Let's just focus on the lens. What do you think that 135mm lens costs? It's really good for portraits and nature photography, out in forests, this kind of stuff.
Oh, I can imagine that. Yeah.
And again, remember, this is like post World War II.
How long have you had that one then?
About the same, just over a year.
Right, so we're talking today's prices.
Yeah.
And I'm way behind being an old bugger, aren't I? Right, well, that's going to be at least the same, if not more.
Yes, a bit more.
A bit more. It'll have a bit more glass in it, will that?
Yeah.
Right, well, in that case, we'll go up to what, 4.5?
Oh, you're pretty close there, Roy.
Really?
£4,428. Not cheap, is it?
No.
No.
You know how much I paid for this? I know it's second hand and it's a few years old.
It's 20 years old, Roy.
It's 20 years old. And I got it for 150 quid, and look what we're talking about now.
Yeah, but...
Hey, it's good though. Told you last night, didn't it? It's like a lens on it. And I only need the one lens as well. And it goes from 35 to 420. So, But it does what I want, lad. You couldn't do your job with this, could you? And the quality you do, you?
No.
No.
No, it wouldn't come up with the goods, I don't think. Right, let's put that back on there. Oh, that went on first time round. Doesn't usually happen that quickly and easily. Just saying, Hasselblad, if you're watching. Right, what's next on the list?
Well, this is before we started with camera itself, my godfathers. Well, we've another lens there to talk about. What's that one?
Right, so that's the that's the XCD20-35. So it's super wide. Right, that's probably the lens that I use the most when I'm out doing my landscape photography. Right. That's my sort of go-to lens. What do you think that lens cost there?
Well, being a zoom lens, it'll have a lot more glass in it.
Yeah.
Well, go on. We'll start at 5,000, eh?
You're getting good at this. This was... it's almost painful to say it. This is £5,700.
Whoa.
Gosh.
It's a lot of money, isn't it? Let's be honest. I almost feel ashamed of myself, to be quite honest with you.
Well, it's dotting up a bit, is this, isn't it?
But you know...
Starting on the body, your camera body and Hasselblad, they've always been expensive.
Yeah, well, let's save the body till later.
OK, right. I see you've got yourself a decent midge net.
Now...
My godfathers, you need them up here, lad.
This is probably, for Scotland, this is the most important photography piece of equipment that you could ever lay your hands on. And I did get robbed because I paid for it last minute at a fishing store in Oban. So that, you know, it's tourist trap, so they're going to charge you top dollar.
Go on, 20 quid.
I think I paid about 35 quid for that.
35 quid, yeah.
Yeah, and as expensive as that was, this has saved me from absolute misery.
Well, it would me as well, because I react badly to them, Gavin.
You do react badly to them, don't you, right?
Yeah.
Midge bites, we're talking. Bloody midges. And the thing is, so the weave is so fine that the midges can't get in. But also, the problem with that is you can barely see through it. But, you know, given a choice...
Some little cellophane windows in it, so you see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anybody who's not familiar with this area, my God, you need one of them in your luggage when you come up here.
You do, and then the other thing that you need... Obviously, I wear flip-flops, you know, so my feet are exposed. But even I might be tempted to put socks on when the midges are amassing. But you also need some gloves, because you've got to cover every possible inch of skin. And these are my... You'll be happy with the price of these, Royce. These are my Otex photography gloves. How much do you think?
Photography gloves?
Yeah, well, look, the fingers pop out. Right, so you can pop your fingers out and your thumb so that you can play with your gadget.
That'd be useful for other folk as well, eh?
There you go. So that's why they call them photographer's gloves. That's all you need to do, Roy, is you invent a glove, make the finger and the thumb poppable, and now it's a photographer's glove. So what do you think a pair of those cost?
It's the same with anybody who got specialist equipment for their particular hobby. They double the price. I would imagine you'd be talking, what, 60 quid for them?
Oh, not bad actually. It's 90 Australian dollars, so I don't know what that is in quids. But you might be close. Do you think it's reasonably priced?
Well, I won't buy any. No.
No, you'd spend your money on a 20-year-old bridge camera.
Well, it does what I want, lad.
How much do you think my headlamp cost? Now, this is essential because I used this the other night when I hiked up that mountain up in Glencoe and spent the entire night alone shivering on a mountainside. But this got me around safely without falling over and landing in sheep poo. What do you think I paid for that?
Useful for a lot of things, not just going up mountains in the dark.
But every landscape photographer has really got to have a headlamp. What do you think that cost?
Oh, it's not just a plain sort of... You've got two lights in there, have you?
You've got 1, 2, 3. Three settings.
Oh, it's bright as well, isn't it? Go on, 30 quid.
I think I got robbed with this one, right? I think I paid probably about $140, $150 in Lake Louise, Alberta. Because a tourist trap, you could probably get that for half that price on Amazon. Tip number 1, just don't buy gear when you're in a tourist trap.
Like you're gonna do today.
Yeah, that's how I am. I need to buy some waterproofs because we're going to go on a rainy hike in a couple of days. So, right, what do you think this essential book cost? Right, this is Stories Within Stories by Gavin Hardcastle. There's a link in the description if you're interested in purchasing a signed copy. You've already got a copy?
Well, your mum bought me one, so I don't know how much you paid for it, so 25, 30 quid. For that sort of book. That's what you pay. Go on, how much then? Mind your postage and what have you.
Let's just say it's quite a bit more than that, Roy. I can't even make them for that.
Good God.
It's 2025. Do you know...
Yeah, but I'm talking about books I've seen picked off the shelf and I don't say, that's...
What about this drone? This is my Mavic 3 Cine with the DJI remote controller. Now, top tip for anybody who's thinking of buying a drone. These days, they're all that good, it doesn't almost matter which drone you get. But what you do want to get is the full drone remote with the screen. Don't be faffing around connecting it up to your phone. It's painful to do that. When I used to do that, I'd get it up in the air 50% of the time. With this, it gets up in the air 100% of the time. And
so that's a separate piece of tackle altogether.
well, you buy. When I got this, I bought it as a kit. You get a bunch of batteries and all this. So I went for the most expensive kit because I just didn't want to be faffing around, and I wanted it reliable. And this has been. Well, you've seen the footage over the last few years. This has really upped my production value in my videos to the point where even you watch them.
Oh, right. It's very impressive. Some of the stuff you've done on that Iceland trip.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
So what do you think that combo cost me?
I don't know where to start on anything like that.
Well, it was a few years ago, but it was still this century.
Right, since we're talking big money here, go on, we'll start at £5,000.
Pounds? Oh, for once you've overvalued.
Have I?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that.
I think I paid about $6,000 for it a few years ago. So it's probably quite a bit cheaper than that. I think it's obsolete now. I think this is old now. So they make them so thick and fast that within 6 months they're obsolete.
If it's obsolete and it's old, then we'll bring it down then. 1,500.
This is me laptop.
Oh, a laptop, yeah.
So this is an Apple product, and the only reason why I went for an Apple product a few years ago was because the battery life on this is astounding. I could charge this up and it'll give me like 3 or 4 days of wireless unplugged work before I have to recharge it, which is the best I've ever had in any laptop. But other than that, I don't see any reason to go Mac. Usually I'm a Windows guy, but I got that a few years ago. What do you think I paid for that?
I would imagine, well, it'd be well over 1,000.
Yeah, well, I paid 4,000 Canadian. So that's about £2,000.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me. Hey, hang on, what's all this lot on front here?
Oh, these are... I don't want to put Apple's logo on. I don't advertise Apple because they haven't paid me. I didn't get a freebie or anything.
A little unicorn.
Unicorn stickers.
So that's your logo, is it?
No, I think you know where I got the stickers. I think you know where those come from.
I like it.
Yes.
What about this little gadget, Roy? Now, this is my main...
Is that a rangefinder?
No, it's an Osmo Pocket 3. This is my main vlogging camera, right? So this is when I'm stood there talking nonsense on a hillside. Now, I get a lot of questions from people saying, what's this thing in your hand that you're waving around?
Yep.
Well, this is the case for this camera. That's all it is. And I've got to carry it, so I might as well use it to point at stuff. So what do you think that cost?
That looks inexpensive. That's an expensive piece of gear, I bet. So what sort of lenses does it have on? A thing like that?
I think it's equivalent to a 24mm lens or something like that. It's pretty wide.
Right.
But given that that's my main piece of equipment that I make most of my videos with, what do you think I was prepared to spend on that?
Do a lot of people use those?
Not many. Just idiots like me.
They're getting on £2,000 there, are we?
Oh, again. So you're getting into the gist of things here. You've overvalued it by quite a lot. So that was about $750 US. I paid in US. So whatever that is in quids.
Oh,
so to be fair, I am willing to spend 3 times as much on a much better gadget. I can't say that I love this. It kind of annoys me and drives me crazy. It's been a little bit unreliable. I wouldn't buy another one, to be honest with you.
All right.
It's $750 US, you know, you get what you pay for. I would quite happily pay 3 times as much for something that is a bit more professional. So if you're watching DJI, you know, get in touch. I'll give you some pointers on what you need to do, because I'm one of the few people on the planet that uses this all of the time for my full-time job. So you get in touch, you know.
So I wonder what the hell your arm was sticking out for on a lot of these things when you're walking up the mountain. I thought it was just a microphone you had.
Well, you've got to stick your arm out, Roy, because you wouldn't want to be filming yourself here, would you?
No, of course.
Yeah.
It never dawned on me, didn't it?
There you go. We're almost up to the showstopper, but before we get to the camera, we've done the gloves. One of the most important things that you're going to need as a landscape photographer is a good camera bag, and this is my... Well, this is actually the ladies' model, which Amanda got, but I liked it because it has a strap that goes over your boobs, and you know I've got quite hefty boobs.
Gavin,
Oh yeah.
you're plump.
People in glass houses and all that. I took this bag up on a mountain the other night, spent the whole night there alone, freezing cold and shivering. Your bag is your survival. All of your comfort, like your food, all of your clothing layers that are going to keep you warm and dry, they're all inside of that bag. So it's the most important piece of gear, really, when you're doing stuff that's a bit extreme for the outdoors. What do you think that bag costs?
A couple £100 at least, if not more.
A couple £100. That cost 455 quid.
Did you have your usual appropriate footwear on that you didn't have your flip-flops?
Do you know, right, for this one occasion, I wore my hiking boots because I felt that they were a bit more sensible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm maturing.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway, someone's just cranked up a machine in the background. It's kind of noisy in here, so maybe we'll just make the camera bag the last thing. We don't really need to get into the cost of the camera now, I don't think.
Hey,
So
just looking at what this lot costs, I daren't ask what the camera body itself costs.
oh, well, that machine just cranked up. Can you hear the noise? Like, it's going to ruin the recording. I don't think we can...
I don't think you should ask anyway, because this is his business.
Oh, I appreciate that. But even so, you know, totting this lot up, bloody hell, when you get full total of this lot, it's more than we paid for our first house, isn't it?
I suppose so, but
That was a long time ago.
don't forget what you've spent on hobbies over the years, particularly the
Well-
accordion.
Well, I mean, you're saying it cost more than your first house. Was that last century?
Yes, it was actually.
Yes.
So what did you pay for your first house in the 1960s England?
It was 3,000.
£3,000 for a house?
Yeah.
You're right. That camera did cost more than your house. Right, I think we're done here. It's been good. It's been good doing this. I'll never do it again.
So a body like that. Shall I have a guess?
Yeah, have a guess.
Shall I have a guess?
So this is a Hasselblad X2D Special Edition Earth Explorer, and it's serial number 0725.
Right. Okay. 10,000.
Pounds?
Yes.
It's a bit more than that.
More than that.
What?
Oh, fire. It's just... When I think what you could get with a camera like this, you've got all this special gear coming up to the price of a bloody house.
No, it's more than your house.
Ah, it is, isn't
Like
it?
3 times more.
God, it's a hell of a lot, isn't it?
It's not a hobby, Roy. You know that.
It's not a hobby. And I'd just like to mention that if Jenny's watching, Amanda's mother, she did reinforce quite a lot in that last video that this was a hobby, you know, which this is my job, you know.
Well, yeah, I appreciate that, but God, I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. You must be making some bloody money to be able to afford stuff like that then. Anyway, good on you, lad. Yeah, it's nice to know you're making a good job of it. Aye, yeah.
Well, there's a bit of credit card debt involved, and
That's life these days, isn't
it
it?
is, Roy. Yeah.
Well, how much is it?
Well, I mean, I think my battery's going to run flat on the camera. I better just go and check it. Right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.
Get back here!
I just want to say a huge thank you to all of my Patreon supporters shown here. You really do make it possible for me to keep this channel going. And if anyone's interested in my monthly critique sessions on Patreon, there's a link in the description if you're interested.